What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Octagon Jordan, here to discuss UFC 309. The full main card got announced this past weekend on the Sphere card. Yeah, there was some fuck-ups. There were some misprints by the UFC production team, but we got the full main card. So let's dive right into it, and let's discuss it. Shall we? You might be asking yourself why I'm wearing this stupid hat. Well, the champ is here. The champ is here. Yeah, fucking stupid hat time, baby. Stupid hat city. Oh, boy, look at this picture. Look at this motherfucking picture. We got a true Algonquin round table here, don't we, boys? Don't we? Look at this motherfucker, Chris Brown. Jesus. Emaciated. Woo! Looks like a little boy that's been locked in the basement for 2 years. Algonquin round table here. The true best of the best. Look at these guys. The best minds unite, baby. This is the best we got to offer. All right. Let's get right into the main card here. So, I haven't seen anybody really discuss this. None of the major YouTube channels have talked about the main card announcement, what their feelings are about it. To be honest, I fucking hate it. I'm not going to lie. I love the main event. Well, I don't love the main event. What am I saying? Fucking stupid. Shut the fuck up, Octagon. Drink my kombucha. My alcoholic hard kombucha. My new shit. It's fucking good. All right, so as I was saying, main event is what it is at this point. We're not going to be able to change it, no matter how much we want to bitch about it and complain about it. Oh, Jon Jones is fighting Joe Biden. Jon Jones is fighting old man Stipe, fireman Stipe. It is what it is at this point. Luckily, we're only 2 months out. You know, we kind of just got to deal with it. We've been bitching about this for a year and a half, 18, 19 months. As long as Michael Chandler's been waiting for Conor McGregor. We'll get to that. Mr. Chandler, 185. Yeah, the same amount of time Michael Chandler's been waiting for Conor McGregor, we've been waiting for Jon Jones and Joe Biden to scrap it out and figure out which one's going to retire first, Because I'm sure the loser of the fight's going to leave the octagon first. So that'll be officially the first retiree. And then the winner of the fight, they'll leave after the loser of the fight. Give them their credit. They're the champ. Give them their respect. And then Tom Aspinall will be right there by the steel steps, waiting, like Triple H against Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, 2005, waiting with the fucking steps. And then Jon Jones can either hand over the belt politely, respectfully, or if Tom has to, fucking clock that motherfucking head with those steel steps. Triple H style, bro. No ketchup packets needed. Yeah, done. Bop! Maybe hit him with a little bit of that, too. Double up on his ass. Pata! Kick him in the fucking stomach. Chair shot concerto. Where's Randy Orton when we need him? Oh, yeah, he's right there. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Tom finally being promoted as undisputed world champion. Jon Jones handing him the belt on his way out. It's going to be poetic. It's going to be like a movie out of a scene. Fucking Dana White's talking about Emmys and Oscars and all this type of fucking dumb shit. Well, this is going to be a true, monumental, poetic, cinematic moment when Jon Bones Jones takes his final steps down the octagon stairs, gets cracked over the head, Triple H style, and then he has to hand the belt up to his master, to his daddy. Oh, Tommy has been out. Has been down. Tommy has been out. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that fight. Co-main event, we got Charles Oliveira. Do Bronx is back, baby, against Michael Chandler, Mr. Chandler. And this fight's at 185. 155, lightweight bout. Michael Chandler's going to have to shed some of that 185 weight because he's been prepping for 185 for the last 18 months. He left his family in January. He's been training for 10 months straight. He's going to have burnout. He's going to have nagging injuries. He's going to have lingering stuff. He's going to have to lose those 30 pounds because he was shooting for middleweight, 185. Do as you're told. You do what you're fucking told. Yeah, you little fucking tick-a-ding. And he's fighting Do Bronx, the guy who knocked him the fuck out. Knocked him out cold in the second round. Interesting management of his career. Now, it'll be a firefight. I'll be lying to you if I said I wasn't looking forward to it. I'm rock hard with emotion for that scrap, boys. If there's one fight I'm looking forward to most for the rest of the year, it's tough for me to pick one. I'll give you a top 3. We got Blessed Holloway versus Ilia Topuria. Add it to the list, okay? We got Charles Do Bronx, Michael Chandler, 2. Add it to the motherfucking list. And then we got Robert Whittaker, Hamzat Chimaev. Add it to the list. Add it to the list. So, yeah, it's going to be an action fight. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a classic. I can't fucking wait for it. I hope it goes past the 2 rounds that we got in the first fight. I doubt it, but you never know. These guys have fought each other before. They know each other's power. Michael Chandler's, pushing 40 at this point. Charles Do Bronx still kind of, second half of his prime, back 9. I think he's just turning 35 or 34, somewhere in that range, where Michael Chandler was when he got signed to the UFC originally. Chandler's 38, pushing 39 in February, I believe, At lightweight, what lightweights do you know that are pushing 40? Maybe RDA, Rafael Dos Anjos, but even he went up. What other lightweights, Tony Ferguson? I think other than Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler's the oldest motherfucker in there doing the damn thing. And he ain't even been doing it. So it's going to be a hell of a fight. I can't wait. It's one of my most anticipated scraps of the year. I'm looking forward to that rematch more than I'm looking forward to Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor. I mean, Conor McGregor coming off a 3-year layoff, coming off a major injury. Gas is out after 2 rounds, doesn't have jiu-jitsu, can't take it to the ground, can't defend wrestling. He's been drinking, been doing drugs. Do Bronx is still about that action. He's trying to get back in the title mix. Okay, he's trying to get his name up there. He's trying to get a big, emphatic, epic, incredible win over Michael Chandler. Another KO. Send him back to the shadow realm. He'll still think he's waiting for McGregor. Charles Do Bronx will put him to sleep in the octagon. He'll be sleeping. Ref will wake him up. He's like, let's see at the top. Where's Conor? See at the top. Where's McGregor? 185. Mr. Chandler. That's what he do. Conor McGregor. Oh, shit. Notorious. Best of all time. Fuck me. So, yeah, great fight. Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. Bo Nickel, Paul Craig. Interesting matchup. Paul Craig obviously has submission victories over Magomed Ankalaev, Jamal Hill, Nikita Krylov, all top 10 ranked light heavyweights. Bo Nickel is a middleweight, less experience. Has never fought a guy like Paul Craig. The amount of experience that Paul Craig has, the amount of wins that Paul Craig has, the amount of jiu-jitsu skills on the ground that Paul Craig has. If you're looking on it Anthony Smith style on paper, you're looking at the strengths. Bo Nickel's good at taking it to the ground. Paul Craig's good once it hits the ground. So I get what the matchmakers are doing here. They don't want to test Bo Nickel striking too quick, give him a high-level striker where he could potentially get knocked out. They want to test his jiu-jitsu skills. Obviously, he likes taking people to the ground. Well, here you go. Here's Paul Craig, a ground wizard. He's going to be flipping and flopping like a dead motherfucking fish, and that's facts. So, yeah, but the thing is, Paul Craig's washed at this point. He's been knocked out left and right. He's been knocked out by Kyle Baralho. He was knocked out and then subbed by Brendan Allen. He's looked very mediocre at middleweight. Yeah, he got a submission win over Andre Muniz. What the fuck's that mean? Andre Muniz has disappeared. He took 3 L's. He's disappeared off the planet. Andre Muniz doesn't even exist anymore. No one knows where he's at. No one's heard about him. No one knows where he is. So Paul Craig's looked like shite at middleweight. He looks depleted. He looks skinny out there. He looks weak. He's got 0 wrestling to begin with. His striking's all kicks, body kicks, keeps his head right on the center line. So I think there's opportunities here for Bo Nickel to knock Paul Craig out, similar to we did Val Woodburn, because I think Bo Nickel could use his wrestling as kind of Justin Gaethje, Yoel Romero, anti-wrestling. Don't fall into the guard. Don't let Paul Craig pull guard. Don't get stupid out there. Don't get on top and try to whale punches like Nikita Krylov. Use your wrestling for anti-wrestling. Keep it on the feet. He's faster than Paul Craig, way faster than Paul Craig, has way better hands than Paul Craig. And, he could easily knock Paul Craig the fuck out. So I think that's the game plan. I'm taking Bo Nickel by KO first round. Now we're getting to where they fucked up. Natalia Silva, Viviana Araujo. Natalia Silva just fought. What are we doing? She's number 3 ranked. First of all, you got the ranking wrong, and you got the name wrong. It's Karine Silva, okay? Come on, UFC. Obviously, you were preoccupied with the Sphere card. You had a lot going on. This was probably the backup assistant, production manager, or marketing manager. The intern probably typed this one up. So I'll give you a little slack on that. But come on now. Come on. And then you put Anthony Smith, Dominic Reyes on the main card, giving us a 6-fight main card. Just for this to be announced as not on this card. Actually on UFC 310 in December. Thank you, UFC. Getting us all excited for nothing. So you take out the Lionheart Smith versus Dominic Reyes fight. You take out Natalia Silva. What are we left with here? 2 6 fights at the top. One being a Legends fight, old man fight. Okay, it is what it is. Let's get it over with. Sick banger fight here. Absolutely obsessed with it. Interesting stylistic matchup here and a good test for Bo Nickel. Love it. Natalia Silva, not even on the card. Viviana Rougeau fucking blows. She's so stiff. She's so unfluid out there. Talk about getting in that flow state. That's foreign to her. She can't even comprehend those words, flow state. That's like a different language completely. Say that to her, so what? Flow state. I'm trying to get fucking jacked, bro. See these traps, dude? If I'm fucking rigid and squared up as fuck, you know, who's going to beat this? You know? Yeah, Viviana Rougeau sucks. Anthony Smith, Dominic Reyes isn't even on the card. And then we're here with Chris Weidman, Eric Anders. Do I really need to give my opinion on this one? Do I really, boys? Do I really now? Come on. That should be on the prelims. Opening up the prelims, first fight of the card, or put it on Apex main card. Apex main card. We're getting Brad Tavares versus Jung Young Park as a co-main event on an Apex card. Let's get Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. Not as a co-main event, don't get me wrong, but, on an Apex card. Chris Weidman, Eric Anders on a pay-per-view main card in 2024. 40-year-old, banged up, crippled Chris Weidman against out-of-shape, low output, minimal technique, minimal aggressiveness, Eric Anders. How do we think this fight's going to go? It's going to be boring as fuck. Eric Anders has 0 finishing ability. 0. Can't submit, doesn't knock anybody out. Chris Weidman at this point, what's he good for? Eye-poking people, getting kicked, minimal movement, minimal mobility around the octagon, kind of a sitting duck in there. I mean, come on. What the fuck, dude? And people were bitching about Zell Hubert and Ribovich before that fight kicked off. We're getting Weidman Anders. Come on. What are we doing? Anyway. But, yeah, so we'll see if they add a couple fights to this card. Let me see what Big Marcel has, because he's always accurate. Shout out Big Marcel, the GOAT. Big Marcel, the GOAT. The motherfucking GOAT, yeah. 184, you little prick of a thing. Yeah, so we got Jon Jones, Joe Biden. All right, let's get it over with already. Hand the belt off to Tom. That's going to be the highlight of the night. Here you go, Tom. I christen you El Daddy, El Pape. Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler 2, the rematch. Straight up banger. 5-round war. Can't wait for it. It's going to be all action. Going to be highlights out the ass. Excitement. Personified. Let's go. Nikita Krylov still alive. Give it up for Nikita Krylov. I thought Nikita Krylov passed away. Nikita Krylov lives, baby. He had a shoulder injury, so he couldn't get on his Instagram. That's why he concerned all the fans for his well-being. Way to go, Nikita Krylov. Going up against Azamat Murzakanov. Banger fight. Put that on the main card. Azamat Murzakanov looked like an absolute beast in his last fight against Alonzo Menafield. Looked like a killer. A straight-up killer. And crushed it on the mic afterward, too. Had some personality to him. Was talking shit. Why'd you guys put me on the prelims? Take Chris Weidman and Eric Anders off the main card. Nikita Krylov's number 6 ranked light heavyweight. Azamat Murzakanov, number 11 ranked and undefeated, and coming off an epic performance where he KO'd Alonzo Menafield. Battered and bruised him and took no damage. What are we doing here? Bo Nickel, Paul Craig, already talked about it. Interesting stylistic matchup. Carini Silva, Viviana Rougeau, throw it out. Don't want it. Jonathan Martinez, Marcus McGee, great fight. Awesome fight, love it. 2 up-and-comers. Jonathan Martinez, obviously ranked. Marcus McGee trying to get ranked. Jonathan Martinez, very vicious with the leg kicks. Marcus McGee can do it all. He can throw punches. He can throw kicks. He can grapple. He can submit. Very strong individual. Great gas tank. Kind of like Marab, but more finishing ability. Really good boxing. Strong hands. That's a fight to look out for. That's a fight to bookmark. I put that as the prelim main event. Chris Weidman, you're going down, brother. You're going fucking down. Mickey Gall, Ramiz Brahima. Throw it out. Veronica Hardy, Edgewah Mora. What are we doing? Veronica Hardy's on like a 5-fight winning streak. And she's always the first fight of the night. We're giving her Edgewara Mora. What are we doing? Veronica Hardy is actually marketable. She's a good-looking chick. Talks well. What the fuck's going on here? Edgewara Mora. Okay. Mickey Gall, Ramiz Brahima. What the fuck are we doing? Should we really look at Mickey Gall's fucking Tapology right now? Is that where we're going right now, Dana? Is that where you're forcing me to go? I don't want to expose Mickey Gall because he's always in fun fights. You know what I mean? He had a good fight against Basil Hafez in his last one. Is Mickey Gall even on here? What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, Mickey Gall. Here we go. Okay, I don't need your advertisement. Yeah, Mickey Gall had a great scrap with Basil Hafez in his last fight. Great scrap. But he's 7-6. He's 7-6. He is 1-5. He's 1-5 in his last, or 1-4 in his last 5. 1-4. And UFC still giving this guy fights. How many? What did they sign him to? I mean, they must have signed him to a 4-year deal when he beat CM Punk, a 4-fight deal. So he beat him, beat Sage Northcutt, lost to Randy Brown, George Sullivan. Probably re-signed him to another 4-fight deal. Sanchez, Salim, Mike Perry. Then he got a win against Jordan Williams. So at that point, he was 2-2, and then they probably signed another 4-fight deal. Alex Morono, Mike Malott, Basil Hafez, Ramiz Brahima. Now, they could have cut him after the Basil Hafez, but he always puts on fun fights. The Mike Malott fight was fun. The Basil Hafez fight was fun. He was tough. He stuck in there. He gave it his all. He fought hard. And he put up a scrap with Basil Hafez. I think it was a split decision, I'm pretty sure. No, unanimous decision, but still. I mean, it was a plus 325 underdog. Made it the whole, I'm sure there was a couple media members that scored it for him. So, but Ramiz Brahima, this guy sucks ass too. We're putting these scrubs on MSG? This guy's 2-3 in his last 5 with wins over Michael Gilmore and Sasha Palatinov, who's we've never even heard of again, either one of these scrubs. Michael Gilmore lost on The Ultimate Fighter. Lost on The Ultimate Fighter. For some reason got signed, even though he looked terrible in The Ultimate Fighter. Got signed, and then lost twice in the UFC. Thanks a lot, UFC. Glad we signed him. Great signing. Wow, I'm really glad I consumed that. Great product you're putting out. Fucking Michael Gilmore. Yeah, okay, great. Awesome. Okay. But anyway, it should be a decent card if they can move around the bout order a little bit. Put Nikita Krylov, Azamat Murzakanov on the main card. Jonathan Martinez, Marcus McGee on the main card. Chris Weidman, Eric Anders. Put that as the whole card opener. Veronica Hardy, put that on the prelims. And get your fucking graphics right, okay? Wake up, Dana. But yeah, Krylov, Murzakanov, main card. Chris Weidman. Get him the fuck out of here. What are we doing?